So this is real talk. Is anybody else feeling like overwhelmed and like a failure? Cause I am.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at broke women who can't keep up in 2026. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you check out the members area down below if you are interested in getting access to more weekly videos, supporting the channel, that kind of thing. But otherwise, let's jump right into it.
I am extremely stressed out. I don't come on here and cry and do all of that. But what the fuck? I work 5 to 6 days out of the week, and I only barely have enough money to pay my bills. Somebody's gonna get on here and say, oh, well, be lucky you have a job, bro. Working a job, going to a job, getting up every morning, every night, whatever time you go, and having to give your all or do your best at this fucking job just for them not to compensate you enough money for you to live your life and pay your bills, it's actually really up fucking set.
Most jobs don't pay enough. That's the way of the world right now. Whining solves nothing.
Me. I feel like I'm missing out on living life because I have to pay my bills and go to work every fucking day. Such a tiring process. I could see if I was lazy, I wasn't getting up and I wasn't getting it, but it's like, bruh, how fucking hard do I have to work in order to fucking survive, bro? How? Once I pay my rent and my phone bill.
That's called having adult responsibilities. She's obviously never heard of them.
Hey TikTok, I'm just on here wondering if anybody's feeling the same way I'm feeling. I'm from Illinois and I feel like the gas prices and the electric bills and the prices of food is just so overwhelming anymore. Like, I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling like they're drowning and they can't get out. I work overtime and I cannot get above water.
Everybody is going through hard times right now, but posting to TikTok won't actually fix anything.
Water. I mean, I literally have no gas for next week. It was either that or get a few groceries to get by. I hit my local food pantries. I'm just wondering if anybody else feels like they're drowning. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day.
You have to give her credit for trying to get by, but again, these complaints won't change a thing.
Right, so we've come up Rivington, sun's come out, just what we like. Tyson's loving his life. Just having a bit of a shit time recently on my own. It's just really difficult sometimes being on your own, working, having a mortgage, having all your bills, and then not earning enough money then to like barely live for the month. So the last 2 months I've had £400 a month to live on.
She chose to live the single life, and this is the reality that single people live every day.
So you just think, it's time you've done your food shopping for the month, paid for the dog walker so I can go to work, drive to work with petrol in my car, then expected to use my car for work, so I have to put petrol in again and only get that back at the end of the month. It's just really difficult.
Women like this thought that being single was the key to an easy life, but that key doesn't seem to work.
I suppose when you're used to being in a relationship where, you know, your joint income is probably take home £5 a month after tax between two of you, it's just then difficult going to being on your own and having £400 a month to live on after you've paid all your bills and your mortgage. So you just can't save, got no savings, so if all happens, so it's just really difficult at the minute. So I'll have to look at what I can do about that. But yeah, we just out walking up river.
This is something that many modern women don't actually think about when they end their relationships.
A single mom in this economy in 2026 feels like running a marathon while carrying groceries and kids and bills and trauma and pretending you're fine. Making every decision alone while paying rent and bills. Working 40 hours a week and still prioritizing your mental and physical health. Still trying to go to the gym and eat.
She's a single mother. Odds are she chose this life for herself. She has no right to complain.
Eat right. Still trying to socialize while your nervous system is constantly in survival mode. 0 out of 10. I don't recommend. Then I come on fucking TikTok for a little dopamine hit. I'm seeing ice fucking this fucking world up. Oh my god. And we can't even afford to be burnt out, literally.
Nobody can say that life right now is easy, but everybody seems to be burnt out. She is not special.
Gotta go to work. And ain't nobody clapping for you, bitch. You either sink or you swim. But on the bright side, at least I don't have no nigga ruining my peace, adding on more stress on top of all this bullshit. Shit, we made it to 2026, nigga. We gonna make it. We got this, y'all.
It's rather difficult to have peace in your life when you complain about how hard things are all the damn time.
Fighting us single people have to go through, because let's be honest, a lot of the things that our friends in relationships can get for free, we have to pay for, and there's no amount of self-love or therapy that can kind of circumvent the frustration that being single is very expensive. Because if, an example, I am sick, I don't have anyone who can cook for me. My friend can ask her boyfriend to cook for her. I have to DoorDash something. If I need help moving something in my house, I need to go find someone and pay that person to come over and move it. Well, my friend can just ask her partner.
Women like this said that they didn't need men for anything. Now all she wants is a man in her life. Hilarious.
And all those things just add up. If you lose your job, you have someone who can help you with rent. If you are having like financial trouble or health trouble, you now need to like disclose that to your family or friends, which might be embarrassing, or you can tell your one husband or your wife to help you through that. It is so frustrating to have to go through so many things alone and make these really big decisions, hard decisions completely by myself. I have my friends, I have my family, I love them, I can lean on them, but maybe I don't want to tell them.
You don't get to stop being independent the second times get rough. It doesn't actually work that way.
All about my finances. Maybe I don't want to have to over-explain my entire health condition to them. Maybe I just need someone to help me with a real quick task that I don't want to have to pay someone or wait for someone to drive across town to come help me. And it is so frustrating because we're told that, being single is great. And it's really great when compared to an unhealthy relationship. But being single is not always better than having a healthy relationship. Don't get me wrong, I am not going to go hop into a relationship with a man just so I can have someone. But I do think we need to be honest that being single, while it can be really great, is also very impractical sometimes.
She doesn't want a man in her life. She wants a disposable commodity that gives her money.
Sugar daddy, they don't want no sugar, because baby, I'm tired of spending my own money. No questions asked, no extra bullshit, just send me the money. I get mad every time I gotta swipe my card. Being a woman is expensive and I always need stuff, but why I gotta spend my own money? I should be living a very soft life. Every time I look at my bank account, I get pissed off, because why? Am I the only one that feel like this? I'm sick of it at this point.
If you are single, you have to spend your own money. That's fairly self-explanatory.
I just had my friend ask me, am I off at all this week? Knowing that she knows that I work every day. I was not playing. It was not an exaggeration. And I said, no. And she goes, why? I said, I stop working. I go hungry. There is not a man waiting at home for me to feed me. Both of my best friends have their men pay for the house they live in.
Having a meltdown because your friends have husbands isn't going to work out in your favor, I don't think.
I am so tired of living my life in survival mode, because despite having 2 college degrees and making close to $80,000 a year, I still cannot keep up with the cost of living. I still cannot afford all of my bills every month and have to live paycheck to paycheck. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I am sacrificing my mental health, my time, and my energy to take care of people in their most vulnerable moments, and a lot of the time they do not make it. At the very least, I should be able to pay my
What she does for a living doesn't entitle her to an easier life. She needs to act like a grown-up.
My bills. And for anyone who's thinking, oh, well, you shouldn't have chose that job, somebody has to do it. And you know damn well if your loved one was critically ill, you would want somebody to take care of them, right? Something has to give. I cannot keep doing this.
What exactly is she expecting for the job market to just magically change overnight? That is not happening.
Nobody is talking about how expensive it is to be single, okay? Because when you're single, you don't have anybody that's out here buying you food, helping you with the bills, and if something breaks, you don't have no handy dandy man around the house that's like, oh, I got it, babe, I'll fix it when I get home, or whenever he decide to fix it. No, you either got to get on YouTube University or you got to go pay somebody.
Men told women this for years. They told men that they didn't need us. Now it looks like they were wrong.
You got to go pay somebody else's man to come in your house and fix it for you. It's too expensive to be single, and people want to be out here cheating, and you better lock you one person down because it's too expensive out here to be alone, okay? And don't just go lock down anybody, you know, make sure they respectful and they love you, but y'all also got to understand it's a business. A relationship is really a business, okay?
Modern women turned relationships into a business by making everything transactional. Just heads up, it wasn't the men.
Okay, you got to invest in one another, and I need somebody to come invest into me because it's expensive to be single. Yeah, I want somebody to buy me some food, pick me up some food on the way home, or you know, buy me something just because. I don't know.
She wants everything but fails to mention what she's willing to give. That is not desirable.
So this is real talk. Is anybody else feeling like overwhelmed and like a failure? Cause I am. Yeah, so I haven't been able to pay my student loans in months. Even though I've been a public educator, I don't meet the minimum whatever payment history or whatever to qualify.
She should have chosen a field that paid more than public education. That was her choice.
I don't have car insurance right now. I can't make my car payment. I went to school to be a librarian. That was my safe place, my home away from home. And I'm entirely burnt out by the society that we live in. I'm really burnt out. And I just feel like
she could have gotten a job at a library and saved herself a catastrophic amount of debt.
I didn't think my life was going to be like this. I thought, you know, I worked hard. I got my bachelor's degree. I got my master's degree. I'll be able to buy a house and live comfortably. And I'm literally breaking my body to make my minimum credit card payments. I never thought this would be my life.
Just because you get a master's degree, there is no guarantee of a high-paying job afterwards.
And I just feel like every time I try something, I just fail at it. And that's really hard to deal with. I'm also dealing with a dysfunctional family member. So living at home isn't an option. How am I as a single individual supposed to afford rent? How am I supposed to afford food, utilities? And now they've made homelessness illegal? Great. How am I supposed to afford basic necessities? Yeah. I'm just feeling overwhelmed, and I just feel like a failure.
So many of these women are just completely unprepared for what it takes to be an adult in today's world, in my opinion.
Something I feel like that's not talked about enough on this app is being single and financially how hard it is. I literally work 2 jobs. I work in sales and I teach Pilates part-time. Both of the jobs pay pretty well, but still I feel like it's so hard to stay afloat. And like, don't get me wrong, I like to ski. I definitely don't live a frugal life. I have a nice apartment. Never say no to plans, but like, how are people doing it? How are you attending everyone's bachelorette parties, everyone's birthday dinner, going on all of these trips with your friend and having leftover money to spend on yourself? Completely stopped doing my hair, so that's save some money. Truly exhausting. I just don't understand it.
In other words, she refused to spend her money responsibly. That is her problem.
I just want to remind people that being single is a luxury and you need to start treating it as that. You literally don't know when's the last day you're going to be single. You can get into a relationship tonight, tomorrow, next month, next year, whatever the case may be. You should need to enjoy this moment right now, because one day you're going to find your for-lifer. You might get married, you might have kids, you might not, whatever, but you might find your partner, and that's the last time you're going to be single. People need to start enjoying themselves, enjoying their own company, and that's it.
It's hard to believe that being single is a luxury when so many of these women are completely broke.
There are a lot of people out there who think that being a single person is really easy financially because they're like, oh, well, you only have to pay for yourself. And like, wrong. Yeah, I do only have to pay for myself, which means I have to pay for my rent entirely by myself. I don't split it with a partner. My council tax bill, even though there's only one person, is only discounted by 25%. So if you're splitting your bill down the middle with a partner, I'm still paying more than you individually. My energy bills, yeah, okay, I pay less than you, but I'm not paying half because most of that cost is a standing charge.
These women refuse to believe that being single means that 100% of the costs are actually theirs.
If I want to go on holiday, I have to pay for the room or the cabin entirely by myself. If I want to get a mortgage, I have to have a bigger deposit and I can't get approved to borrow as much because I only have one income. Like, financially is really, really difficult to be a single person, and I think more people need to remember that when they're talking to their single friends.
She's not owed sympathy simply because she is single and struggling financially. That makes no sense.
It is so expensive to be single and to pay for all of these expenses by yourself. For context, I do live in the Bay Area, so it is hella expensive to live here, but this is essentially how much I pay in a month by myself. Close to $4,000 if I'm lucky. And again, it's not that I can't pay for these things, because obviously I'm out here living and thriving and a little hungry, but it's fine.
How can you brag that you're thriving in the Bay Area when you can't even afford to eat? Like, come on now. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.